Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Ray Ann. I'm going through a CBT or DBT skill today called Stopp. Stopp. So let's just dive right in. Stopp is part of the Decider Manual by Michelle Ayers and Carol Vivian. I'm going to show you that real quick. It is this book and this little laminated pamphlet. It comes together, and what happens is it gives you all these skills and all of these techniques that you can use to get out of stinking thinking or twisted ways of thinking, and it helps you come up with new ways of dealing with it. Again, it's by Michelle Ayers and Carol Vivian. Excellent book. I definitely recommend it. The first one we're going to be looking at is called Stopp. Stopp is the first technique and the main technique you're going to use before anything else. It helps you deal with cognitive distortions. So all of the cognitive distortions I talked about in my last video, if you want to know what those are, go ahead back to that video and look at that one. All of those cognitive distortions, or twisted ways of thinking as we call them, are part of our mindset right now, and we use them every day without even thinking about it. We call those automatic thoughts. We are going to stop our automatic thoughts, pull back, put it in perspective, and then we're going to reframe those thoughts at the end. So stop. First stop technique is S. Stop and take a step back. So you notice you are really enraged by a email that a coworker has sent you. Let's say they sent you an email that was basically telling you how to do your job. We all love that, don't we? Coworkers telling other coworkers how to do their job. They're like, you're not my boss. Anyway, we're going to stop and take a step back. We're not going to immediately react because we know the thoughts are going through our head. You know, that jerk labeling. Who do they think they are? They probably think they're better than me. Mind reading, fortune telling. You know, what if they go to my boss and tell my boss about this stuff? It's just a nasty cycle that we're getting into that we have to be careful of. So we're going to stop. We're going to take a step back. Then we're going to take a breath. Literally take a breath. In and out. Deep one in your diaphragm. You're going to take that breath because you need more minutes usually. I don't know about you guys, but when I get an enraging email, I need to take a breath before I do something silly. Observe. What am I thinking? What are my thoughts right now? You know, are they helpful? Are they hurtful? You know, are they going to lead me down a path I want to go down? Observe those thoughts. Make sure you're paying attention, because the fact that we even stopped is kind of a miracle. And now that we're able to observe our thoughts, we might be able to do something about these thoughts that are running through our brain automatically. The next one is P, obviously. Pull back, put it in perspective. What you're going to do is you're going to think, you know, see the situation as an outside observer, like a fly on the wall. What would that person do? You know, how would they observe this? If they were not emotionally involved, how would they observe this? Would they see that email as enraging as you thought it was? Was it actually an offensive email, or was it more like how you took it? From a outsider's perspective, non-emotionally, you know, involved, what is the situation like? The last P, practice what works. So you've pulled back, you put in some perspective. Maybe it's not as bad as you originally thought it was. Maybe it is, but you know that and raging against it and immediately firing back in a terrible email is not what works. This has not worked for you in the past. So now we're going to practice what works. Sometimes people need to get away. Sometimes they need to take a walk, you know, take more breaths, if you will. Sometimes you can sit there and you can, after going through these steps, compose a decent email. The best way to get in the way of cognitive distortions is to stop, take a breath, observe, pull back, put it in perspective, and practice what works. It's honestly the greatest trick I've been able to learn, because I've really, especially the observing part, it's really interesting when you look at your thoughts, or when you pull back and put it in perspective, when you see it as from another person's point of view. If you're able to do that, hopefully after taking a breath you will, if you're able to do that, it's amazing what these thoughts, could cost you and how you can turn them off. And it's empowering to know that you can stop any negative thought and you can stop these negative actions that you have done to create the life you're living now. We're trying to create a life we love. So we're going to be able to, stop and be able to control our thoughts a little bit better with this particular technique. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe below. I'm going to be going through all the deciders techniques. So if you can see this, there is about 32. They all are very helpful. If you can remember them, that's great. If you only want to pick 3 or 4 of them that you particularly like and that help you out, that's great too. But I'm going to be going through this whole series coming up in the next few weeks. I want to film and upload a video at least twice a week because they're like little short ones. And hopefully I will see you at my next video and you are able to use the stop technique as best you can. Comment down below by the way, if you have ever used the stop technique before and how has it helped you, because I think it's good for people to, with experience, to show other people and to let other people know, hey, this does work. And it definitely changed a lot of my interactions with people as I did stop and, take a breath, observe, pull back, put in perspective, and practice what works. I will see you guys next time, as I said, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks.